everyone was talking about Avatar and 3D. And of course, as a young person, I was very interested in 3D in the 50s, and there were several periods in which 3D was considered the big solution to get people into the box office. And yet it never happened. I know even Hitchcock made a film in 3D in one of those periods, I think Dial M for Murder, and it was never shown in 3D. So I said, you know, the cinema has a lot up its sleeve. I can't imagine that this beautiful form, which is so young, all it can give us now is 3D, because we've had it several times, 3D with glasses. So I began to think of, well, what can the cinema do that it hasn't done yet? And it made me realize that the question of live cinema is not yet been expressed. You know, that because movies are digital files today, it means that you can edit the movie for your audience, just as in the old days a musical group would come to town and the composer, in order to get money, would have to go with the group and conduct, otherwise he wouldn't get paid. So I began to think that perhaps one of the future directions of cinema that could be really interesting is live performance, because, you know, the art has been sort of recorded or dead since 1830, when the photograph was invented, and the musical record and the movies projecting. But it's essentially not. It's essentially a recording. It's not real. And today, I notice also in the theater that I have rarely gone to see a play that doesn't use a projection or close-ups or some imagery. So it seems to me the theater is trying to become like the cinema, and maybe the cinema might start to try to come like theater, and the two will join into a form that is alive. So I find it interesting to think about cinema as something that can be performed for the audience. If I were here and showing my film, I could present it to you like a conductor of an opera, and make it a unique experience every night. So that was an idea behind my mind. But the film Twixt is an archaic word that means between a dream and waking, between day and night, between you know, good and evil. We are often between. And it's a story that came to me in the tradition of Gothic romance, like Hawthorne or the great Edgar Allan Poe, whom the French saved, because he would not have been known had it not been for Baudelaire. But it's something I did. It's an unusual film. It doesn't fall into an easy category. It's part Gothic romance. It's part personal film, and it's part Roger Corman, low-budget production, but not really, because it didn't turn out to be low-budget or look below budget. At any rate, it was just a film that I've made, and I'm anxious to present it to the public. I think I like it. I like the film. I find it very unusual.